Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. In this we will move further and we'll spawn our players and the main scene. So we are in lobby scene, and in last video we have created a game manager script for testing whether the connection is working or not. So after that I have tested lot of things. I have spawned the players and lot of other things, and then finally this script is the final script which I found is the most better form of the game manager, and I have deleted the game manager script and written the Photon game manager script. So I changed the name of the script because game manager script was exist in the project entire project itself, and although we are not choosing that game manager script, but definitely similar game scripts, similar classes can create issues, especially when we are using Photon. So that's why I created totally separate named Photon game manager script. You can definitely name it whatsoever you want. And then in the script, if you will see, it is a little bit complicated than before. So first of all, we included the pun library, real-time library, then pun callbacks. Then we have created a string variable with the name main scene. So we want to load the main scene, and then we are debugging this message just for connection, so that the connection is successful or not, and then we are automatically syncing the scenes, and then definitely the connection settings. These are same on the connected. When we are connected, we want to show this message, although it's not very necessary, but just for testing purpose it was useful. And then definitely we will comment these debugs which we don't need, but for now we will enable it just for the testing purpose. Then on the connected to master Photon join create room, it will create a room with the name of test room, new room options, max player equal to 10. So you can select the number. I will give it 6 maybe, and type lobby.default. Then public override on join room random failed. Then if it is failed, then it will show the message failed. Override on join random join room. We are debugging these messages, and after that we are saying that master client, so the first player should load the level, and it should be in the main scene. Okay, so this is specific for the main first player. And then after that override on player entered room, this is for the other players, and that is the player new player, and that we are debugging this message as well. And then new player dot nickname. So this script will go on the game manager object in the lobby scene. So here you can see we have a manager, and we will add this Photon game manager script over here, and here you can enter the main scene name, which is the main scene, and if your scene has some other name, you can add that name. Now we'll go back to the scene 2, which is the main scene, and here you can see that we have the spawn characters object, and on this we will add a spawn script. Also we will create some objects. So here you can see that we have created one spawn object. This is only for the point, so that our players can spawn in these random points. Okay, so here you can see these points, and I have set up the camera at this place so that when our game runs we can see our players. Okay, So that's the main thing. So now one more thing is that we will go here and we will add the autospawn script which we have created, and inside this script you can see that we have the character. This is the minimum distance, which is by default 3, and it is the random value. So this is the random distance from the points that the player will be instantiated. And here we will add the main player, which is in our resources, and we will just drag drop this player over here. One more important thing is player tag should be player. Okay, this is very important because we have selected that thing, that tag in the script. Okay, so now if we move here, you can see that we have the spawn points, and we can select all the spawn points and drag drop inside this field. Okay, so now we have these 6 spawn points. You can add whatsoever spawn points in any place in the world. Okay, so now we have the players, spawn points, player added. And now if we move back to the main scene, and let's play the game and let's test it, how it will look like, whether it's working or not. So yeah, see that our first player is instantiated, and it can move and rotate. But definitely we will build the game and test it with the build. So player settings, windowed, and then build and select folder. If we go for the autospawn script, let's see what is inside that script. So it takes like 2 days actually, very problematic, and after 2 days I solved the issue. And then these are the final scripts. Okay, let's test it out before, and then I will show you the script, no problem. So let's play the game in Unity editor, and you will see the first player hopefully. Okay, that is spawned correctly, and now we can open the second player from the same device, but definitely our players will be on separate devices in real time. So now hopefully 2 players you can see here, and here you can see 2 players. That's great. And if we go for the third player, hopefully the third player will be spawned. Yeah, and it should be in all 3 windows. Yes, that's perfect. And now we can just open one more. Okay, yes, you can see 4 players are now here, and everything is working fine. In Unity you can see that inside the main scene we have the 4 clones of these players. That's perfect. And now we will move further, and before moving to the next video to solve the characters camera system, we will see the autospawn script. So we go to scripts and autospawn. You can see that first we are making some variables, and we are making some float, minimum distance, transform, spawn points, and character game object. Then if we are in room, then debug that room, we are in room, and spawn the player. The spawn player function is something like this, that if character is nil, then spawn point dot length equal to 0, debug.log error, auto spawn character prefab. These are debugs. We can just delete these debugs, or I will comment these because these will consume the memory. Okay, so you can debug, and just commenting because it can be useful for your attention. So you can debug things later on if you want, because I will share this script with you. So now you can see a return and transform spawn, and then get safe spawn minimum distance, because we can actually spawn on the same point, or we can spawn it around the point if the spawn points are filled. So if, for example, in game you have only 3 spawn points and characters are 6, they will spawn at these 3 points, so they can spawn on each other. So that's why we are giving it a minimum safe distance or a radius. So game object player Photon network instantiate character name, spawn dot position, spawn rotation, and then debug.log. These debugs I think I will just comment. If spawn name is temp spawn destroy spawn game object. So this was the old code without the random range. So you can use this as well if you want to spawn your characters on the similar points. And this is a new and this is the this was the new code. Okay, so I will just delete it, so we don't need it. After that we have a private transform get safe spawn float distance. So this code is for safe spawning, and if you don't need this, you can actually quit this thing. Okay, so no need for this. It will create a random behavior, which is good. And then private bool safe spawn up to 3 positions for minimum distance. Game objects, it will get the players from game objects, and then it will find out the player with the player tag. Okay, so then p in the players vector 3 distance and transform position to minimum distance, so it will be instantiated on the position, spawn position. Okay, and on join room spawn player, and then start this. So this is the script. You can see and write it by yourself, or I will be sharing this with the course, so you can utilize that as well. So I will just comment the debugs. I think commented debugs here in this script, and this script also I will comment these debugs. These debugs, if you don't need it, these commenting or deleting these is a better thing, because these will consume too much memory. Okay, so yeah, that's great, and in next video we'll move further. Goodbye.